The castle at Windsor has a somber air today. The skies are overcast, and it's here that the cortege will reform. Here, the Queen's home, the place she came to weekend after weekend, the place where she spent the years of the war, where she learnt to ride, where she put on pantomimes, a place, despite its grim appearance, that was actually her home. The cortege will reform here in a slightly different form, not quite as long as the procession in London, but with all the key elements there. The bands playing, the pipes and drums, the heralds, the pursuivants in their glorious tabards, members of the royal family, the royal household, the Queen's coffin borne on a state hearse with pallbearers and the escort party of the Grenadier Guards. And it will come up this long walk where people are already gathering, the people who've been here over the weekend laying flowers, which you can see on the left there on the way up to the castle entrance, the William IV gate, who are gathering, going through security, and by the time the procession arrives here, they'll be here in their thousands, I've no doubt. And through that gate the hearse goes, and beyond in the courtyard the King and members of the royal family who've travelled down from London will meet the hearse and accompany it down through the Norman Gate into the entrance of the chapel of St. George, this beautiful chapel. The coffin will be borne up through the west door and into the chapel itself. And there a service will take place, which will have a different congregation, rather more intimate again. Godchildren will be there, people who've worked for the Queen. But there is at the center of it one very special moment, the final moment before the burial, when the Queen's instruments of state, the crown, the orb, and the scepter which travel on her coffin, will be placed on these three cushions on the high altar, removed from her coffin, given back after the 70 years of her reign, and then she herself will be laid to rest beside her husband, the Duke of Edinburgh, and it has to be said, 10 other British monarchs.